Do you know what happened to this person that got shot? He died.
Pretty much have video of everything that you described to us. So I just need to know what happened that day.
Meet 16-year-old Delana Barella. Delana believes that for months, someone has secretly been stalking her, peeking through her windows and watching her every move.
There has been an ongoing thing where somebody has been stalking me to my window.
An alleged stalker that Delana was caught on camera dealing with just hours ago.
A few seconds of silence, and then we hear yelling in the background.
Initially, this seemed like nothing more than a teenager protecting herself, but over the course of this investigation, detectives will begin to discover multiple killers, a secret order to kill, and a 16-year-old girl caught in the middle of it all.
You're 16 years old, you're young, there's still hope for you to get beat.
I cried and cried, and I knew I was going to lose my family and lose everything.
Police officers in Albuquerque, New Mexico were called to a bizarre but concerning situation at an apartment complex just after 11 a.m. on October 18, 2023. 19-year-old Santiago Roybal was in the middle of being chased by a small group of people armed with guns. Out of desperation, he rushed to an apartment complex where his friend was living. The tenant was taken aback, but that did not stop him from trying to help Santiago out. However, just as the tenant tried to close the door, both he and Santiago were shot. The tenant thankfully survived the shooting, while his friend died. Shaken and scared about the entire ordeal, the tenant had absolutely no explanation as to what was going on, and no idea why anyone would have wanted to kill Santiago. Worse still, he was utterly clueless as to who the shooter was. At first, it seemed like some sort of random attack, except it really wasn't at all. The police launched an investigation and reviewed the security footage at the apartment where the man was shot. As it turned out, the whole ordeal had been recorded by CCTV, specifically the doorbell camera from the friend's apartment. At first, the cameras capture two individuals running up the stairs, with one of them being armed. Afterwards, yelling from Santiago and the sound of multiple gunshots. But there was something else that caught the cops' attention. On the recording, a voice was heard shouting, "Shoot through the door," moments before the victim was killed. Shockingly, looking through the footage, the culprits were a mother and two of her children, 34-year-old Rayana Ruiz, 16-year-old Delana Barella, and 17-year-old Christopher Barella. Delana herself was the shooter, while Rayana was the one who encouraged her to keep firing. Allegedly, for weeks the family had been stalked by Santiago. Particularly, statements from those who knew the Barellas said that Santiago was keen on peeping through Delana's windows and trying to hide in the family's home to get glimpses of her. But was there any weight to this claim? Was this stalking the reason behind this murder? And specifically, what happened on that day that triggered a family of 3 to hunt him down? To find out, Delana, Christopher, and Rayana were called in for interviews on November 14, 2023, a month after Santiago's murder. Up first was Delana. Now she has a chance to shed some light on why the family went to such an extreme against their 19-year-old victim.
You have a baby? Is you the one with the baby? Okay. That's why I just wanted to put that together, okay? Because that's what I was told. I wasn't out the house, but I just wanted to see if you were the mom of the baby. Sorry.
Delana, what's a good address for you?
Take your time. I'm sorry I asked you that. I had heard that one of the young ladies had a small child up there, so yeah. Sorry about that.
She's 49 if you'd like. Okay.
The mere mention of Delana's baby seems to have an emotional effect on her. Could she have realized that there is a chance that she might not see her child again? Perhaps she could be convinced to come clean for the sake of her child. After a bit of reassurance from the officers, they bring up a seemingly innocent question about the family car.
So about 2 to 4 weeks ago, you guys were having car problems.
Yes.
Okay. How long has your mom had that car for?
It's not hers. So, like.
Oh, the car up front is not hers?
No.
Okay.
We don't have a car. That's just her car remains is her friend's car, but it's not her car. It's considered her car because she uses it every day. We use it to take his school to pick them up. We use it for work. We use it everywhere. So we've been using it for like a long time now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that Toyota is a friend's car.
Yes.
How long have you guys been using that for?
Quite a bit now. Like over 8 months, 9 months.
Okay. 8 to 9 months.
Do you know who it's registered to? What's your friend's name?
I don't.
Do you know the friend's name that you put the car
No.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know nothing.
Fair enough. You just know a car. You just know we got a car. Do you have a driver's license?
Yes.
Okay. Have you ever driven that car?
I have once to pick up my little sister from the Bigfoot school.
There's a school called Bigfoot School?
It's Little Bigfoot preschool.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
I've never even heard of that.
No.
Wait for that. So you've only driven it once, you said?
Yes.
Who usually drives it?
My mother.
Okay, I don't want to assume anything, so I'll really ask you. So mom drives usually?
Yes.
The family had allegedly been having problems with their white SUV. Delana claims that her mother has been borrowing her friend's Toyota for upwards of 7 to 8 months by this point, which is an awfully long time. In need of further context, the police decide to ask her brother Christopher about this SUV and its issues to see if his explanation lines up with his sister's. And if you love scumbags watch their dreams of getting away crumble, subscribe, because that's all we do here.
You guys have lived there for 6 years. Have you guys ever had any issues at your apartment there? 'Cause you said that you don't like it.
Not that I could think of. Not like issues like maybe somebody and they came one time and broke our windows. That was about it. Not our house windows, but like just the car windows.
Okay.
But that was like so long ago. So I don't even, that was about it. If anything, that's it.
Okay, so somebody broke your car windows?
My mom's car windows, yeah.
Oh, your mom's car.
Yeah.
What kind of car does your mom have?
I don't know what it's called, but it broke down a long time ago. We just forgot about it.
The car that got the windows broken down, or broken out of it? Broke down?
Pretty sure, yeah.
Okay.
Was it a car or a truck or SUV? What kind of
I think it
car?
was an SUV, maybe not. I don't know.
What color? How about that?
I think it was white. I think. Did you guys see the one that was in front of my house? The other one?
I wasn't at the
Yeah.
house.
Yeah, you seen
Yes.
that one? Yeah, it was kind of like that one. Not kind of like the car. I'm talking about like the color. The color was like that. It was just white.
Okay.
You said it broke down?
Mm-hmm. Well, after a while, everything stopped working. Whenever we would go through like a drive-through, all of a sudden the car would start shaking a lot and just turn off. And then my mom started getting mad at the car because it wouldn't want to go nowhere. It couldn't make no far trips or nothing. So she wanted to get rid of it. So
Gotcha. And now you guys got a new car?
no, that's well, it's not our car, but it's my mom's friend's coworker car.
Okay.
She let us borrow it. Actually, she's the one that should be helping us. I don't know what's happening with her.
The officers know that both of them are not being completely honest here, though they refrain from calling them out so early on. There is much more that needs answering, after all. So they turn their attention back to Delana and ask about whether the family has any security cameras outside their home.
Okay.
I think your brother mentioned something about your car getting broken into or the windows, something about
Oh yeah.
what was that?
That a while back.
How long ago was that?
Oh, that's been maybe like 2 years.
About 2 years, okay. Yeah, he didn't know exactly how long ago.
Oh
And was it on the, what kind of vehicle? Was it the same? It wasn't this vehicle that you had. Okay. What kind of vehicle did you used to have before?
We had a Trailblazer.
Trailblazer?
Yeah, Trailblazer.
What color was that?
That was, oh my gosh. We took it to the freaking thing to try to get it registered and they couldn't figure out what color it was. But they ended up saying it was gray,
Okay.
but it looked all types of colors. It looked like a dark green or it looked like black in the dark.
Oh, was it like one of those ones that changes colors a little bit?
Yeah, and then like the paint was like, it was kind of fucked up, so it was like it was like rainbow. It was like rainbow.
Okay.
Any other vehicles you guys have had?
Years back we had a white van.
Okay. Which one was it that got the windows broke?
The white van.
The white van.
Yeah.
And what was up with that? What happened there? Just
That honestly I had no clue. We were the cops were called that day. They came and they what was it called? They had whoever did it. We had camera footage. They also said that windows were broken at 3 different schools at that time, and it was just and then and it was around the timing. So the detectives came and they collected what evidence they can. We gave them the camera footage. Whoever did it had left a metal pipe, and they had collected the DNA. I don't know how they got back to us on that.
Oh, okay.
that's a bummer. How did you guys? Is that the only thing that's happened to you guys
Yes.
with the broken windows?
Yes.
I'm glad.
You guys have cameras that captured whoever busted those windows, you said?
Well, now we have cameras, but we did. We have, but they were shitty.
Delana mentions cameras outside of their home, which have allegedly captured all sorts of activity, despite their poor quality. It's almost as if she is telling them not to even bother checking them for anything incriminating, and that they should just take her word. Cameras or no cameras, the family have been victims of crimes in the past. Surely this would mean that they have acquired something to defend themselves with. Now is a golden opportunity to inquire about exactly that.
Is there any kind of defense that you guys have? Do you guys have any firearms or anything to defend yourselves? Something like that was to happen? Or do you,
No, but I know my mom might because she did go to the what is it called, Cabela's
Okay.
Okay.
for to sign something.
Okay.
So other than that, that's all I know.
Okay. Have you ever been to that Cabela's?
I've been on the outside of it.
The inside is pretty
You
cool.
gotta go to
Is
the
Yeah. It's amazing. They have like this giant fish tank. It's like what, tens of thousands of gallons. They have like bass.
I passed there to go to Sam's, so
Okay.
but I've never been in it.
Do you remember what your mom bought? What kind of, did she buy a firearm or what did she buy?
Oh yeah.
Do you remember what she bought?
I don't.
Where in the house does your mom keep that gun?
Honestly, I do not know.
Okay.
I do not know. She does not let nobody know.
Okay. All right. So like none of the kids would know where that's at. Okay.
Have you ever shot it by chance?
No.
Have you ever handled it? Or
No.
we call it manipulated, or we mess around with it, slide it, and all that stuff.
No, I don't know where it's at.
No, and it's just a question.
Delana claims that she is unaware of where her mother keeps her firearm, and says she has never fired it before. But could this be the murder weapon in question, or had something else been used? Clearly, she is the best person to ask. Getting an answer to this so soon might be a challenge though. At any point, either of the two suspects might call for an attorney and end the interview prematurely. The officers decide to take a gamble and immediately pivot towards talking about the stalker problem that the family have been struggling with. This was supposedly what kickstarted this entire incident, but the police have only limited information on the matter up to this point. So, it was time to let Delana take the helm and talk about what she had apparently been going through.
There has been an ongoing thing where this somebody, I don't know if it was him, but somebody has been was stalking me through my window, and there is the apartments behind us. I don't know if you've seen them, but the apartments behind us do have a little part where it's right in the back of my window.
Okay.
And I've been noticing like the screen on.
Okay.
And like footsteps and like and I even caught someone looking through my window one time.
Oh, I'm so
Yeah.
sorry.
That was, and then we went out there to confront him.
Okay.
Because I thought it was him.
Okay.
I don't know if it was him,
Okay.
but there has been an ongoing thing where somebody has been stalking me through my window.
Okay.
And
Give us a period of time for how long he's gonna be stalking. Like looking through the window.
about 3-4 months.
I'm sorry.
And you know, I mean, I don't want to be like tripping because, you know, every car that passes by is slow or like drives in and parks at my house for a while.
Sure.
I don't want to think anything that's suspicious, but, and I am wrong for thinking that was the guy because, I do not know if it was him, but I do know that there has been going thing where somebody has been looking through my window, and I do stay in that one room with my daughter.
Okay.
Let me ask you this. Shoot, that was from.
We had caught
Did somebody look through your window that day that I was at?
that day, no, but he was in our backyard.
Okay.
So
Do you remember a description of this person?
that looked through my window.
No, that was who was in your backyard that day?
That day,
Can you give us a description of this person?
black and white shoes, black outfit, basically.
The officers insist that they believe Delana could indeed have been a victim of stalking. Even then, her description of Santiago is incredibly vague and generic. Is she making up details about his appearance, or does she genuinely not know what he looked like? With all of this in mind, the officers decide to ask her a simple follow-up question.
Do you know why we're here today?
No,
Yeah, any idea? No idea at all.
I'm just worried about the babies because I've been through CYFT before. And I know it's not fun. And I don't want my daughter getting taken from me because the family that's in my house, the ones that live with us, are the only people we have. My grandma is gone. My aunties, I only have one auntie. We don't communicate with her. My dad's side of the family, we don't talk to them. And my uncle, he does live in Santa Fe and does visit often. Well, as often as he can because he works. But other than that, we don't have nobody.
I think you really need to think about your daughter, okay?
And I am.
Because you know exactly what we're here for. You know what you've been involved with. Alright? I mean, come on. You're talking to a dad of 6. Okay. So, we often tell people, look, we don't know your side of the story. And we don't know what happened. But we know something happened. That you, your mom, your brother are one home. When you guys were in your white Ford Expedition, and you're right, probably somebody stole something from your yard.
The investigators bring up Delana's daughter once again, and there's a good reason for it. If she has any hope of being reunited, she will have to be completely honest about what exactly happened during this incident. Still, they are more than certain that both Delana and her brother are fully aware of why they have been taken to the station. After all, if the story about the stalker is true, the fact that they attempted to retaliate with violence is far too important for them to not be aware of. Nevertheless, they decide to ask Christopher that very same question, in the hopes that he might be able to reveal some more information about Santiago.
And why do you think you're here?
I have no clue. That's what I'm saying. I was but
Nothing comes to mind that you've been involved with? with the police that would.
Oh, not with the police. I mean, these dudes that yell at us for being in the street for playing football, but I doubt that's like why I'm
That's not why we're-
yeah.
Anything else that you can think of?
Well, not that I could think of. Well, with cops, not in that situation, but like in other situations, I'm definitely in trouble.
Okay, and that's being in the streets or whatever, and that's different than what we're doing. Right?
Yeah.
I'll let my mind. I'm sorry, bro. I just wanted to see if you had any idea of why we were here. Because a lot of times we talk to people that are like, I know why I'm here, and they're willing to explain their side of the story. See, we get information in the investigation. We get information. Right? We're information gatherers, and we get that information, and then we share that, and we try to find out what's true or not. And so, in order to, if something comes up and your name comes up and your mom's name comes up and that comes up, then we have to investigate that, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of times, people, we want to like, okay, they know why we're wanting to talk to them. If you don't have any idea, you don't have any idea. And we can't force you to know that. It just, a lot of times people do know, and that's why I asked that question, okay?
It looks like Christopher is trying to play dumb here. Not once does he mention anything about Santiago. Could he be trying to feign ignorance in the unlikely hope that he will be released without issue? If so, this plan will not work, as the police are fully aware of his involvement in this crime. Back in the interrogation room with Delana, the officers decide that now is the time to let her know how much trouble she's in here.
So what's gonna happen is it's gonna come up from DNA, it's gonna come up from fingerprints.
I know that.
And we,
But I haven't touched that gun, so I'm good.
and we have video.
Of what?
I'll let my partner share that with you.
We have a lot of video from the neighborhood, okay? We know that there was a confrontation. Okay. The only thing we have here, all right, is your side of the story, okay? As far as exactly what happened, because we talked to Judy, okay? We went up this morning, we did a search warrant on her house, all right? We talked to Judy, okay? And Judy was pretty honest with us, okay? The only facts that I don't have, the only perspective that I don't have is yours, okay? Say exactly what happened and why, okay? And that's important to me. That's important to the district attorney's office. Okay. The very last thing I would ever want to do is separate a mother from her daughter. Okay. So based off of what I have right now, that might be something that's beyond my control. And I'm not trying to hang that over your head. I'm just trying to be honest with you. So I just need to know what happened that day from your perspective.
You're 16 years old, you're young. There's still hope for you, young lady. This ain't the end of the road. There's something you have to think about is, you're gonna be truthful or you're just gonna sit here and either lie to us or not tell us the truth. And when we play this interview in front of a jury, what are they gonna say? When my partner has enough ample evidence, we just didn't fall upon your apartment by mistake. There's video, you and your brother, you holding the gun. I mean, you even came out on the news for a little bit. You guys got rid of the vehicle. There's a lot of things stacked up against you, young lady. So make the right choice.
Thanks to the security footage taken from the apartment where the victim was shot, the authorities are fully aware that the trio had arrived in their white SUV. After the shooting took place, they stopped using it altogether. In other words, their story about the car breaking down was little more than a cover-up. Just as the officers are about to expose Christopher for the liar that he he decides that he does not want to answer any more questions.
I know that you know a lot more why we're here, and that's why I asked. You know what I mean? So, I mean, we can go on this way, or we can just be real and give us your side of the story of what happened. And he can tell you what happened on a certain date, and you probably know what I'm talking about. Because we already know about the vehicle. You know what I mean?
Where the vehicle breaking out?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You guys know about that?
Yeah. Well, we know that, you know,
Somebody broke our windows a long time ago. Yeah, because the cops came for that.
I do. Okay. And, you know,
Did you guys still ever find out who did that?
I didn't do any follow-up on that, okay? I wasn't tasked with investigating that case, all right? But I will tell you that, you know, we did talk to Judy this morning as well, okay? We did a search warrant at her house, okay? And we seized your mom's white Ford Expedition as evidence in reference to this investigation, okay? You know, like John said, okay, you know why we're here, okay? I know that you know why we're here. The only thing that I don't have is your side of the story, okay? And no amount of search warrants that I do or video evidence that I've collected is going to give me that, all right? Here's your chance. This is your opportunity to be honest with me and to give me things from your perspective.
And what's up with that lawyer situation?
Okay.
What's up with what?
The lawyer situation?
You can request a lawyer at any time.
That's what I'm trying to figure out because I want to request a lawyer, but
We're gonna give you that right. We want to respect you, Chris. All right, but you're in control here.
I wish I was. You know,
No,
that's a lie.
No, you are.
No, that's a lie.
You are in control of this interview right now.
Yeah.
As far as the lawyer, and that's what I'm talking about. Obviously, you can't let you run out and just go home, right? Because we are doing an investigation. So
Yeah,
I understand what you're saying, okay? But right now, you can either say, I want a lawyer, which you have that right to, right? Or you can say, you know what, I understand I don't have a lawyer, but I want to tell you my side of the story. Because there is a side of the story.
Well, I want to know what I can and can't say because I just don't know what the even situation is going on right now. So
Would it help you if we give you a date?
A date?
A
Probably
date of
not.
something that happened?
Not a date. I don't know about a date. Maybe if you tell me what happened, or I don't want to sound.
How about if we ask you specific questions? Would that help you?
If you can do that if you want, but I'm saying I'd rather have a lawyer present or anything.
Okay, so I get
Yeah.
you want to.
Okay.
Since Christopher is exercising a right for legal representation, his interview concludes here. Though this does not faze the investigators, as they have damning recorded evidence of him chasing after the runaway man with a baseball bat alongside his family. He is just as complicit as his mother and sister. Speaking of which, with Christopher now out of the picture, the officers can finally put all of their attention on Delana. But they don't want to scare her into silence. Instead, they try to show a bit of empathy.
But you don't want to be looked at as a cold-blooded murderer. I know that. Because you're a caring mom. Things got out of control. We understand that. Believe me, I've heard a lot of things in my lifetime of experience as a law enforcement. I've heard a lot. You don't look like a cold-blooded murderer. There's a reason why you did what you did, what your brother did what he did, what your mom did what she did. All three of you guys. And it's called conspiring. It's a big word. That means we talk about it. We talk about how to get out of it. About old town that the car is broken down. It's not broken down. You guys drove it off the rancher. Dropped it off. Get rid of it. Pick up another car. That's tampering with evidence. Your mom can be looking at more charges for contributing to the delinquency of a minor. You guys are still minors, both of you. You and your brother. There's a lot on this. So if you can explain why you did what what happened, then at least we have something to take to the district attorney saying at least she was cooperating. We all make mistakes.
I'm gonna tell you the story because I know it's my fault, and I just want it. I know I probably won't, but I want to get home to my daughter. It's all I'm worried about right now because my family, because they're all I have. Literally, my siblings and my mom. Oh my God, that. And that's why I'm trying to be honest because it wasn't supposed to be that way. It wasn't supposed, honest to God, it wasn't supposed to be that way.
I know.
It appears that Delana is willing to take accountability, claiming that it wasn't supposed to be that way. Apparently, all they wanted to do was teach him a lesson by hitting him, but someone encouraged her to go all the way and fire at him. Will she admit that it was her mother? The officers have an opportunity to find out, but first they need to see what happened when she confronted Santiago in the first place.
What did he respond when he asked what he was doing in the backyard? Do you remember?
I don't remember just because I was just mad and yelling at him. So
I know. I can see that. You ever call police just to make a report?
they don't but they take forever to come, and by the time they come, they say it's they'll send someone out, but it won't be till later, and sometimes we're not home.
And I get that. It's happened a lot. I worked the field for 17 years and I know it's very difficult to get out there. But did you ever make that call? Because once you make that call, it gets registered and it gets documented. And it gets what we call a computer-aided dispatch. It's a CAD that goes out. And even though officers don't get out till later, there's always a little bit of a paper trail, so to speak.
Oh.
Did you ever make a call to police?
This is incredibly strange. Being stalked for 4 months is a very serious crime, but Delana claims that no reports had been made to the police during that time. Did the family seriously not bother because officers would not arrive in time to catch the so-called perpetrator? Or could she be fabricating details to make it seem like they were forced into taking matters into their own hands? Whatever the case may be, once she told her mother, it was clear that they were not going to let Santiago get away.
I told my mom this because someone was and then she was just like, who? And then we were trying to find him in our backyard. And we were only supposed to whip his ass a couple times.
Sure.
But he ended up running. And he gave me a kind of like a smart attitude when I was arguing with him.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
So then that made me get more mad.
Okay.
And so we were chasing him. And I ran up the stairs he was going to.
Okay.
And not thinking in my mind, I just remember pulling the trigger, and after that I ran down. My mom was just empty.
Who was with you when you went up the stairs?
My brother. And I feel so bad because he's so bad. And I am too, I know that, but I wasn't supposed to do that, especially in front of him. And me and my brother, we sat down and we cried about it because I'm like, I've apologized to my brother and I've apologized to my mom so many times because it was my fault, and I know it was. But I can't take back the past. I can't.
Yeah.
And I feel horrible for what I've done because I have a kid and it wasn't even supposed to be like that. And I can't lose my family. They're all I got.
Was
But I gotta do what I gotta do to check my family.
absolutely.
And I know that wasn't the right thing. But
And like
like
I
I
said,
said, you can't change the past.
and like I said, we're not here to judge you. Okay. When you say your brother, do you have more than one brother?
No.
Okay. So when you say your brother was up there with you, went up the stairs
I
with you.
do refer to like people that I grew up to as brothers, but my biological brother,
Okay.
yes, I have one.
What's his name?
Christopher.
Which record were you on?
I don't have any more.
No. So not your mom's.
It was one that I had got behind her back.
Tell us about the death. At what point did you?
I had bought it off of someone
Okay.
from the street.
So yeah, that's us.
And after that, I ended up just, getting rid of it.
How'd you get rid of it?
I threw it away
Where did you throw it away?
in a dumpster. And I could not remember which one exactly. But I know I threw it in a dumpster.
Okay.
Was the dumpster where?
I don't know. That's I would just. After that situation happened, we went and we went to Judy's, right? And my mom just told her that we needed to switch the cars. That's all I remember her telling her. And she was like, that's fine, we can use mine, because we always there was no problem with us switching cars. There was you need a car, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Use it. But after that, I just remember my mom and my brother were just so panicking, scared for me. And I went outside and I went and I got in the car and I went and I drove to an area I didn't know. And I just drove. And then I went back, and after that, I went inside Judy's house, and my mom was just sitting there crying for me because she was scared for me, you know what I mean? And it wasn't even supposed to be like that. She didn't even know that I had the gun until I had popped out with it that day.
Okay.
And she was, I just remember her so disappointed.
Sorry. I'm sorry. Did Judy, what conversations did you guys have with Judy about what happened?
Really nothing, because she, I had told my mom that she doesn't even know.
Once Delana spotted Santiago outside their home, they chased him to his friend's apartment, and that was when he was killed. Afterwards, Rayana borrowed her friend's car but did not elaborate on why they had to do so. Meanwhile, the white SUV was left in front of the friend's home with a tarp thrown over it. It was clear that they were trying to hide the evidence. More details still needed to be clarified, however. Did the other family members ever see Santiago stalking their daughter themselves? Or were they simply going by what Delana told them?
Did your brother or your mom see this male in the backyard when you had the first confrontation with him? Like when you told him, hey, what are you doing back?
I don't know.
So you don't, okay. As far as you know, you were the only
Yeah.
one. Okay. Did they know what he looked like? Or were they going off of what you?
They were going off me.
Okay, what you told them?
Well, and then I knew what he looked like, so then I was like, that's him right there.
Okay.
I didn't know him.
Okay. And then were you guys, when you first pointed him out, were you guys Was he still close to your apartment, or where was he at that point?
No, he was already running to the other apartments. He went.
Okay, and now, when you pointed him out, you said you got out at one point, and was it your mom and your brother that was talking to him? Were you yelling at him?
Yeah, she was yelling at him, telling him not to come back, and.
Okay. And you said you got out at that point, and you had your gun out of your purse.
Yeah.
You're pointing it down at that point. Did you guys get back into the vehicle, or from?
Yeah, but it wasn't very far. Like it was
Okay.
we had just pulled in and then see where he went.
Okay. So when you guys first got out and you had the gun pointed down on the ground, were you guys on the street, or were you guys in the parking lot? Or where were you guys at specifically?
The street. Yeah.
So then he takes
At the street, but it was by the parking lot. So the car would come in.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then takes off running, you said. And then you guys all get back in the vehicle?
And then he didn't go very far, so we just went literally into the parking lot, and then that's whenever we had got out, and I had chased him upstairs.
You chased him all the way upstairs? Okay. When you came back, you said you went up, he slammed the door, right? Who says, shoot you the door? It was a female voice.
I'm not gonna say who it was because I don't know who. I didn't see it come out of whoever's mouth it came out of. I didn't see them speak it.
Was it you?
So I can't.
Was it you that said it?
No.
Was it your mom?
Well, not that I know.
Who else would say something like you? Was it your mother's voice that you heard?
I cannot say because I didn't see
It wasn't your voice.
Up to this point, Delana has been very upfront with getting this story off of her chest, though now she is refusing to even confirm or deny whether it was indeed her mother who said shoot through the door. It is clear that she is trying to protect her mother from further punishment, as her excuses are not convincing these officers. Regardless, the police have more than enough evidence and testimonies to place all three suspects under arrest. Later, the police call in the mother, Rayana, for the third and final interview. She was the one who encouraged her daughter to shoot Santiago, despite not being completely sure he was the supposed stalker, and even contacted her unassuming work friend Judy, asking if she should hire a lawyer and tell her everything after said shooting took place. Now she is about to find out what is going to happen to her, along with her 2 children.
Can you guys tell me why I'm here?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. So I'll be honest with you about why we're here. Okay, we're investigating a violent crime that occurred last month. Okay. That we know that you're involved in. Okay. We have your car that was at Judy's house. Okay. We talked to Judy this morning at length. We did a search warrant on her house. We seized your car because it was involved in a violent crime. Okay. I've also done search warrants on your Facebook account and your cell phone number, giving me location data. So the only thing that I don't have is your side of the story. And that's why we're here today. Okay, this is your opportunity to explain to me what happened. Okay, because I know that you're involved. All right, I just don't know to exactly what extent or what happened. I don't have your side of the story, and I need that. Okay, and I know that this is very scary, and I know that this is very difficult to talk about. Okay, but like I said, we've talked to Judy. Okay, we've talked to Christopher. All right, now we're talking to you. Okay, and when we're done here, I'm gonna go talk to Delana. All right. This is your chance to just be honest with me about what happened. Okay, because you have a lot of kids here to worry about.
Right.
So take a deep breath. Okay. and tell me what happened.
Could I have a tree present? Cause that's.
Yeah.
Hang tight for a little bit, okay? Good, officer.
An officer or a
An officer.
Yeah, officer.
Yeah, we won't be able to get your attorney right now,
Uh-huh.
so you'll have to get one option. I think you have an arrest warrant already, so you'll be going to
So
jail
what is that?
tonight.
Going to jail?
Yeah, so you are under arrest. Okay.
Do you know where my kids?
So which kids?
My kids.
So again, Christopher is here. Okay. Delana is going to be here as well. The rest of the kids are with officers. They're safe. Okay.
In June 2025, Rayana Ruiz was sentenced to 20 years in prison for second-degree murder, conspiracy, and aggravated battery. Meanwhile, Delana and Christopher Barella were booked into the Bernalillo County Juvenile Detention Center, and their court cases are ongoing. If you enjoyed today's video, be sure to subscribe to our channel. 80% of everyone watching isn't, and your support would help us more than you realize. It's free, and it keeps this channel alive. You can also check out one of the craziest cases I've ever covered right here, or one of my newest uploads right here.